You could call it the sadomasochistic day, but I mean, what you've got to do is enjoy yourself, really.
Yeah, well, roughly what will I be expected to do to get there? I mean, what will I have to cover today?
You're doing the B class. You'll have to do about 12 to 15 miles. That doesn't sound very much, but you wait till you see some of these mountains in these conditions. There'll be bog up to your thighs, and
Can you get a bus?
and a few streams, and wind, rain. Shouldn't be at all surprised if you don't have a bit of hail.
Yeah.
But that's the whistle.
Oh, you've got to go now. Well, all the very best.
Fine.
Cheers.
Chris Brayshaw was just one of nearly 500 masochists who lined up in the half-light of Saturday morning at the start of the Karrimor Mountain Marathon's A course.
If you are requested by the control manor to examine your card, please allow them to do this.
By Sunday afternoon, the few who completed the course would have covered some 45 miles of the roughest, boggiest, hilliest terrain in Britain. The so-called elite teams had already loped off into the gloom, with more than 50 miles to go. Flight Sergeant Jack Flint and I, humble B-team competitors, had a mere 35 miles ahead of us, with a chilly bivouac to look forward to that night.
The distance to the point where you receive your control description sheets is 2 kilometres. The distance to the point where you receive your control description sheets is 2 kilometres.
The next time Jack and I saw the film crew was at checkpoint 1, in thick cloud and driving rain, after a climb of 2,000 feet which had taken us over 2 gruelling hours.
The girl with the blue hat and the little girl down there. 325.
Bloody awful if you really want to know.
It wasn't really. No, she was grinning all the way. I'm not kidding you.
I was not.
Yes, she was. Once she got her second breast, she was all right.
No.
It was a bit of a slog.
It was a slog. It was hard.
It
was hard going, wasn't it?
It was an absolute slog, let me tell you.
Well, I walked the whole length of the Pennine Way, and that flog up there was as hard as any flog. Yes.
Right. Well, it doesn't comfort me. I'm not going on. I've decided.
Come on, Diane. I think you can manage it.
Look, I'm so cold I can't even buckle up my rucksack. Oh,
Have you got some gloves?
No, I haven't. Where's my compass?
If I lend you a pair of gloves, will you? Come on.
Aye, you're on.
Come on, Diane. Nearly there.
How much further?
Oh, I would think about half a mile. I should think about a half a mile.
Well, we're never going to make it then.
Oh, but we're bang on track.
But the control point withdraws. Jack.
What time does it close?
At 1:15 and it's 1:10
What's
1
time
now.
reader?
And I've had enough.
Well, let's make the checkpoint.
No.
Well, it's only found that...
Even if we get to the control point, there'll be nobody there to take note of the fact the control point will have been withdrawn and we'll just be disqualified. And I see no point in flogging on. I've been rained on. I've been bloody hailstoned on.
Well,
I have been...
well,
and I want to go home.
Have a look at this. Have a look at this. Look, we're here. All we've got to do is go round this corner.
I don't want to know.
And see, that is where we are now. And once we get to the top of that rise there, we can see that lake.
I want to go home. Well, I've given up after doing only about 7 miles, but really I'm surprised I even did, sort of though 7, considering I'm so unfit. I smoke about 50 or 60 cigarettes a day, and it just points out to me how stupid anybody would be to try this sort of thing, mountain marathon, without being very fit and knowing what they were on about. And it was all right for me because I just decided to give up, and I've got a film crew who's going to take me home or take me to get a bath and a warm room and so on. But anybody else who gave up at the point I gave up would have had to walk at least another 10 miles before they'd have got to the main road or a campsite or even somebody who'd give them a lift. Makes you think. Well, it's just about 6:30 now, and we're on a small peninsula which is miles from anywhere, right in the heart of these Scottish lowlands. If I'd made it last night, this is where I would have spent the night. This is the overnight campsite. In fact, I spent the night in a 2-star hotel instead of a 2-man tent, and I'm not a bit sorry. But mind you, there were about 800 people just like me who pulled off at some point during yesterday, and these are the last bastions, the real diehards who made it here. Even if I'd made it here, I would have only covered about 15 miles. In fact, there are people in the elite class who covered yesterday 30 miles, and there have another 20 or so today. Well, how was it?
Today?
Yes.
Very, very long today as well.
Was it? Why?
Yes.
Sorry.
Well, the distance wasn't so long. It was 30k today, but very, very hilly. And we had a lot of new plantations, and that's a terrible kind of terrain.
This is its programme, the Karrimor, is the ultimate test. A 2-day mountain marathon. We can't make it easy. It's not a Sunday school outing.
In my opinion, the organizer should think of whether it should be this long. I pity those who used more than 10 hours yesterday, and that was a large majority in the elite class. I really see no point in having it that long. For me, it doesn't matter so much, but for many others, it does, I think. Otherwise, I think it was great, as usual.
Well, it may have been great for Stigberg, the Norwegian Superman. For me, it was 6 hours of undiluted hell. As far as I'm concerned, they can keep their Karrimor Mountain Marathon. I'll stick to easy, comfortable pastimes like dangling under helicopters or leaping through flames on my motorbike.